Hey guys, I'm going to make a video show you how to replace this driver's side blend door without having to cut anything out. Fact of the matter is about 6 months ago I did this repair. I didn't make a video on it at the time. I needed to get it done quick. Unfortunately, the part out of the bag was incorrect at the time, and I had this dashboard taken apart, and I bought a Dorman part from Advanced Auto Parts. Correction, AutoZone. And it went in, everything's been fine. Jump forward, it's been about 7 months, and we're in December now. I did that repair probably back in June, and I have blend door issues now on my driver's side. So it's erratic. I can hear it clunking down there and skipping back and forth between cold and hot. So I did a scan, and this is what I'm coming up with. By the way, this is a 4Scan, and the product I'm using is this OBD2 scanner. I did a review on that, or I did a video on that. So this is about $20 on Amazon. 4Scan is free. And yeah, my Havoc, I got code 2266-20, left side blend door circuit failure. Okay, folks, I'm back. Figured this would be a good time to check in and show you what I've done so far. So this center console is about to come out. You're going to need miscellaneous tools to do these. I would recommend you get some of these dash removal pieces. Keeps anything from getting scuffed up. I bought these at Harbor Freight. These make pulling off these plastic pieces. You can see I got the center console sitting over there. Make it easy and scuff free. So these are a good investment. I think they're like $8. Some of the other tools you're going to need, there's another one of them. This is the one I use probably the most. Some of the other tools you're going to need, I recommend before you start this, you get all this in line. You're going to need a magnet. Some of these screws are pretty deep in there. There's some pretty far back, so a magnet definitely helps, especially with these. You can pop them out. If you happen to lose one down there, don't worry, you'll be able to fish it out. You're going to need miscellaneous sockets. Ford uses several different sizes for these screws. Flashlight's always nice. This one I actually picked up at Harbor Freight too. I use this a lot just to get into tight places. So claw tool, this is really handy. Your gear shift that sits right here, here it is, there's a little tiny tab, at least on this truck, there's a little tiny tab right here. So after you disconnect this from the gear selector, you're going to want to pull on this. The problem is it's not going to release. You can break this, so you can use this little claw, get up right behind it, tilt it, boom, pops right off. So this is a really handy tool. I'm glad I've had it. Now this is going to be how you're going to do this. This little tool right here is how we're going to get up underneath this blend door. Like I said, this is the second time I've done this damn job, and if it wasn't for this aftermarket part, and like I said, right box, wrong part. I'm not sure if it was returned that way. Ford manufacturer made a mistake. I don't know. I just know this is the second time I'm having to do this. So this is what I built last time, and I'm glad I kept it. All this is an 8mm socket, and I put it in a vise, took a hacksaw, cut it down. Now, this is just a little, who makes this? Gear wrench. This is a gear wrench flex head. You don't even need a flex head. I just happen to have this flex head and I like it. But I took some hot glue and glued it on there. And then what that's going to allow me to do, kind of just rigged up this little tool, but it works great. You're going to slide this under, and of course I'm going to show you. And then you're going to kind of turn it, drop it, bring it back in, turn it, drop it, bring it back in. I wish I could get it so the ratchet function works on it, but that's just not going to be possible with this glue holding it. Now the good thing is this glue comes off. It's not permanent. I can just take a pair of pliers, pop this off, take a razor, scrape it, and it's good as new again. And if not, I don't care. It's just like a $10 wrench. So saving me $2,000 from going to the dealer and having them, rip out my dash and discharge my AC. So anyhow, I'm gonna take this center dash out, and all this, actually I just drew right now, this thing just slides right back. All right, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these bolts out. I'm gonna take this metal bracket, take it completely out, and then I'll be back, because what we're gonna do is take this lower shroud off next, and that's gonna give us access to the blend door. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so center bracket's been removed. By the way, I covered all my electronics up with this mat. This is a mover's blanket, so that just A, allows me to have something soft to put my elbows on, and B, it keeps I know my amplifier's down here, and my wiring harness. So it kind of keeps things, put that up underneath my blanket, keeps things from getting maybe shorted out in case some metal hits it. The product, I'm sorry, the product, there it is. So the blend door that we're going after is right here. This is the blend door. I have no idea what the hell Ford was thinking when they put this thing here. And then the first thing we're gonna do is start, this is gonna be part of the duct work. We're gonna start basically removing these screws that the ductwork is attached to. There's on both sides, and we're gonna pull this down. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna keep this down with a pry bar and a little block of wood. But some people choose to cut on these. I don't like to cut on my truck, and I would argue it takes you as long as it does to get a hacksaw in there to cut that out as it does to take this 8mm wrench. Now, this is an 8mm wrench you're gonna need. It fits, you know, right up on there. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. These bolts are upside down, so loose is gonna be towards the driver's side, and then tightening is gonna be towards the passenger side. Don't do it the other way around. They won't come off. So the other thing is that here's that other wrench that I made. We're gonna save this for the blend door when we get there. So once I get these screws removed and this pushed down, I'll come back and we'll start tackling the blend. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this little cat's claw. I'm gonna pop that little red tab back. Don't worry, I have it right here in front of me. And then we're gonna pull this connector off. Can't do it with one hand, so not the hand I'm filming with anyhow. So anyhow, then we're gonna tackle this screw right here, this screw in the very back, and then there's a screw on the other side. And then what I'm using, I'll show you, to prop this up is I got a pry bar. I decided to use a bottle jack. In the past, I've used a block of wood. I couldn't find my little block of wood, my 2x4 I used last time. So this bottle jack, I mean, you could use anything, I guess, I don't know. But this is what is forcing this down to give me my clearance to access that bolt, and there's one in the back. So I'll get tackling on that, and I want to move. So you can use just a regular 8mm on it. It'll fit right in here. And like I said, you're gonna go towards the driver's side on these. And then your all-star tool, this one, is gonna help you get right into this hard to reach one right in the back. So once I get this one out of here, you can see how it goes and fits right up in there. And that's how I'm gonna do it. And then lift it back up and put it back in. So let me get this screw out using my other wrench, and we'll be back. This little trick I also do. So on the end of my box wrench is this 8mm here. I have a, let me put this screw down over here. I have a neodymium magnet. You can pick these up. I think I got this online. Or you buy them at Home Depot, I'm sure. But I put a little neodymium magnet on the back of my wrench here. And what this does is helps when you're taking out these screws, that they don't fall and drop in. Last time I did this, I had one go back down in here between the carpeting. I had to go fish it out. I mean, you'll find them, it's just a pain in the butt. So if you have one of these little neodids, these are nice, they're flush, they don't get in the way. If they do, you can just take it off. But whoops, there's the problem though, is it'll stick to anything close by. But anyhow, I thought I'd interrupt just to show you that. Okay, get this little tool that you can make. Like I said, take a 8mm 1/4" socket, cut that damn thing in half. I have mine glued, by the way. I just use hot glue. It's I think a stronger bond than normal glue, but I don't know, use epoxy. Like I said, it's 10 bucks, who cares? Okay, so you're gonna get that thing right up. I got the first screw taken out, right up underneath it, and you can see that it's hard to do it there. You can see now I've already got it on there. So now I'm just gonna move it a little bit, and then what I'm gonna have to do is drop it down and come back up underneath it and give it another turn. And this is how this thing is gonna come out. just like that. So this will be the second of, hard to do with one damn hand. All right, there we go. It's gonna be just a continuous small turns like this, but I mean, heck man, it's gonna work, okay? So once I get this thing out, I'll be back. Put the new part in, and when it goes in, it's gonna go in this way. So this is a guide in the back, that's a guide in the back, and then this is your screw, and this is your front screw. So we're going to put this front one in first. That'll allow it to kind of get sandwiched up there, and then we can slide our tool back in. And how I'll start that screw, remember, you're gonna be tightening it, it's opposite, you're going towards the passenger side now, because it's opposite, screws upside down. So I'm gonna start it with my wrench with the magnet on it to get a couple turns in there to hold it, and then I'll bring my homemade wrench in there and tighten her all up. All right, so let me put this part in, get it started, and I'll come back. Let me give you some advice when you put this thing in. Don't put, I know you want to test it, see if it works. Don't do it. I made that mistake last time. So leave it in the default position out of the bag or box, whatever it comes in. And for me, it slipped right in. If for some reason yours doesn't, take this part off of your old, usually on the Ford, you pop these tabs off and you can get that part out and maneuver it so that it's in the same direction that your factory one, or the one that your replacement one is in. So don't power this up and see if it works. I'm sure it does. So, because if you do that, you're gonna screw it up. Mine plopped right in. You have a guide in the very back and right in front of that screw. Now to get the screw in, I just simply used my little box wrench with my magnet on it, and I kind of just bring it in here, and it doesn't take much, just a few turns to the passenger side, and it'll start to bite in the plastic. And once it gets enough of a bite, we can bring in my little special tool and bring this baby home. And then once it's home, man, all we gotta do is plug in that electrical connector, assemble this back up, reset the AC system, and we should be finished. Make sure you put back your electrical connector, and this thing I gotta do is just push in that little red tab so it locks it. And I got the back duct screw in. Important thing, make sure all your wires that you need are not contained behind this shroud. And then also, I'm trying to rush, and damn it, took a little nick. So hopefully, I don't think that'll show, but it's gonna bother me. Kind of perfectionist. So next, this thing is just gonna go sliding back in, gonna connect the gear shift. This just pops right back onto the gear shift. This little tab, when you're taking off the gear shift, this cat claw is phenomenal. You just get right up behind it, push it back, pull that up. So don't go yanking it out or you're gonna break it. All right, so I'm gonna put this center console in, start wiring everything up, and I'll be back. Okay, so truck's back together. Everything's right and tight, as I would say, but we're not done yet. One more important thing you need to do is to recalibrate the blend doors. So you're gonna do that by coming into your junction box. On my truck, like I said, is a 2008 Expedition. Number 15 is my AC fuse. So climate control, number 15. And so you're gonna pull that fuse for 30 seconds. And where's 15 at on here? It's so damn small, I can't see it. There it is. So I'm gonna pull that fuse 30 seconds, put it back in. I'll probably leave it out for a minute or more. Put it back in, then turn the ignition. Don't start the truck. Turn the ignition to the on position. Wait about 30 seconds. You'll hear the blend doors recalibrating themselves. Then we're gonna test it by blowing hot air. All right guys, she's working good. So got heat out of both of these, and I turned it down to cool. And you'll see these when they move aren't making any sounds. So this driver's side is notoriously the hardest one to fix. Hope this video was helpful to you. Just take some time, some patience, just slow, gentle, take photos along the way so you know where things go back. Keep all your bolts on a magnet, and there's no reason why you can't get this fixed in a few hours. So if this was helpful to you, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe. I do helpful videos every once in a while. And to the next video. All right, take care.